Hi guys, my name is David and welcome back to my channel. So before I get into today's video, I just want to give a quick shout out to a channel which I've mentioned numerous times on in my videos, but I want to give her another quick shout out, and that is Rose at Rose K Reads. I was going to be doing a buddy read with her, but she's feeling a little bit she's feeling a bit under the weather right now, and it's been been temporarily postponed, our buddy reads. But I just want to wish her the best and wish her a speedy recovery and get well soon, Rose. So today I am going to be continuing doing my Kindle book haul videos I'm doing. Apologies that I didn't record this at the beginning of the month. I had a very hectic beginning of this month. I had to finish off the Starless Sea by Erin Morgenstern because I had a deadline for it, as I had to have it out on the Pacific Day because it was for a birthday request video. I had my mum coming to the house for the weekend from the care home that she stays in, and that was kind of a hectic time, but I wanted to spend more time with my mum, as you can imagine, so apologies for the lateness of this video. But if this is something new that you come across on my channel, this is a series I'm doing. I've created a whole playlist where every single month, or at the end of every month or the beginning of every month, I say all the books I've bought for that month. So this is going to be my February Kindle book haul video. I've actually written out a list, and this is going to be in order. So the first one I'm going to mention is the first book that I purchased in February, and the last one is going to be my most recent purchase for that month. I'm not going to go into any I'm not going to do any reviews on these because obviously I haven't read any of these, but if I was inspired to get these because of a certain booktuber, I will give them credit, obviously, and I will also link their channels down in the description, so please check out all these channels, guys. Let's get into it, shall we? So the first novel that I got probably comes to no surprise if you have been watching my channel for a while now, and that is a Terry Pratchett book, and that title being The Time Travelling Caveman. This is more or less like a child's book, as it's got pictures in it, and is more or less like the same style and format as a Roald Dahl novel. I haven't read any of these types of books by Terry before, but I have a few of them on my Kindle already, so I'm excited to dive into them when I want to read something Terry Pratchett, but not something that's from his Discworld series. And speaking of Discworld, I also got another Terry Pratchett book, and that is The Light Fantastic, which is book 2 in his Discworld series. This is a direct sequel, or a sequel to his first novel, which I did read, which is called The Colour of Magic, which I wasn't a fan of, but I do have a physical copy of The Light Fantastic in my room. But when I have finished reading the actual physical copy, I can give it away, and I've got a digital copy of it on my Kindle, so I'm excited to read it, and maybe I'll like the sequel better than the first one, who knows. Next I got is The Whisperman by Alex North. I've heard of this on several booktube channels, so I didn't want to give one channel credit over the other, if that makes sense. But I think this is more of a thriller, maybe horror, I'm not sure, but I've heard it around booktube, as I said, and it was on the Kindle Daily Deal, so I thought, why not? I'll give it a try. If I don't like it, then it's no massive loss. I don't know much about the storyline, or I've never read anything by Alex before, so I'm not sure whether I'll like his writing style or not. And I don't know whether I like the Whisperman, but I have it on my Kindle, so whenever I fancy reading it, I've got it. Next I got is The Boy from the Woods by Harlan Coben. I found this one on a daily deal as well, and I've never heard of this book before. I haven't come across any videos on it on BookTube, but I read the synopsis, and it's more or less like a boy when he was young gets lost in the woods, and he grew up in the woods. And when he's grown up, he was found when he was a man, and he's living in a society now, or the town, near this wood or this forest. And one day a girl goes missing in the same woods, and he has to help the authorities go into the woods and try to find this lost girl. I'm not sure if this will be my thing or not, but it sounds interesting. More or less like thriller, but I'm not sure. But again, it was cheap. If I don't like it, then it's no massive loss, but I'll give it a fair shot. Next I got is the first recommendation for February, and that was for Smoke Gets in Your Eyes by Kathleen Doughty. Apologies if I've said her name wrong, I did my best. And this was recommended to me by Ariel from Reading and Whatnot. I believe she did a video on it. If I do remember, I will put a link to that video as well. But I believe that this was written by a booktuber. The booktuber didn't contact me whatsoever, that was fine. But I became aware of this book through Ariel's channel. This is a non-fiction book about death, about cremation and burials, and how that business gets their money and how they kind of sell you stuff. I'm not sure, but that's what I got out of the video and the synopsis of this book. I will probably wait after the death rate is actually gone down from the virus over here before I read this, because if I do, this isn't going to be a book that's going to cheer me up when we have so much death in this country because of this virus now. Seems very weird to actually say that because I'm looking at a sticker of the Grim Reaper because it's near my lens, so it's really weird to talk about a book about death when I'm talking to death. But yeah, I'm not sure whether this will be my thing, but it was, I believe this was on a daily deal as well. But yeah, I'm excited to read it. It's a non-fiction book and I want to read more of them, so yeah, I'll give it a fair shot as well. Next I got is Home Before Dark by Riley Sager, and like the Whisperman, I had heard of this book repeatedly on BookTube, and I wasn't sure whether I heard it from one specific booktuber, or maybe a booktuber kind of inspired me to buy it. But I'm pretty sure I found this one on the daily deal as well, and I know that Lady Jane Books did a video on it, and I think this one might be horror. I've never read anything by Riley Sager before, but yeah, I thought I would buy it and give it a read, and who knows, I might actually like this book. But yeah, I'm excited. Next I got is Brave New World. This I had my eye on this one for a while now, as I bought a book in a entertainment shop a while ago, and I thought that it was the actual novel, but it appeared to be something different than what I thought it was going to be. And what it was, this was the actual copy that I got, brand new. It was at a reduced price, and yeah, it was the Brave New World revisited. I thought that this was more of a like an extended version, but while I was reading it, I was thinking that, hang on, this is like talking about the actual topics within the book itself that the book touches on, and it's not the actual physical story of the book, if that makes sense. I was really tempted just to go back and just exchange it for the actual physical novel, but a combination of I couldn't be bothered, and I thought, okay, well, it's small, so I will probably read the novel at one point. So yeah, bit annoyed about that, but I found the novel on Kindle. It was on obviously the daily deal. And I thought I would pick it up, give it a try, yeah, I mean, I know it's a science fiction book, I know it's got a series or a film based on it, but yeah, I will give it a read and see what I think. Next I got is She Ain't Pretty by Renee Miller. I got this one because Kayla Lenzen did a video on it. Again, if I remember, I will link that video down in the description. This is a horror novella, and I know it's very short because it's a novella. I had to pre-order it, but it was extremely cheap, about $2.50. But yeah, it's currently downloaded on my Kindle right now. I believe it came out, over here anyway, last month, and yeah, I'm excited to read it. I'm interested, and just to actually see what I think of it. And sticking with Kayla, I also got Valentine by Tom Savage, which he did a review on. Again, I will try to put the video down below if I remember. I know that this was that there's a movie based on this book, but as far as I can tell, that the movie and the book have got nothing in common. But yeah, again, I don't know if this will be my cup of tea or not, but it's horror with some romance in it. I don't really do too well with a romance, if it's like a big part of the book. But yeah, it sounded cool, and I thought I would pick it up because I trust what Kayla has to actually say. Next I got is a novella collection by Brandon Sanderson. This is the Legion collection, and this is Legion, The Many Lives of Stephen Leeds. I haven't heard anyone talking about this book or these novella collections. I believe that there's 3, maybe 4 stories in the collection that I have got. You can buy them individually, but I bought them in one massive collection, or one book, or whatever you want to call it. I haven't heard anyone talking about this. Even a few of the Brandon Sanderson fans I'm subscribed to haven't actually talked about this book or even mentioned it. Yeah, I thought I would get this because I want to read more of Brandon Sanderson, and whenever I don't have time to read a massive book by him, I can always dive into a novella by him. So that's the reason why I got Legion. If you have read these books before, or these stories in the Legion collection, let me know what you thought of them. But yeah, I'm excited to read them. So yeah. Next I got is Winterbirth by Brian Ruckley. I got this purely because Slowly Read did a video on it. I think that there'll probably be a theme in these Kindle videos. Expect to have at least one recommendation by Slowly Read. I think that this is more of a grimdark book. I can't remember much about it. It could be medieval in theme or Viking themed, I'm not sure. But I liked this video and it was cheap on Kindle, so I bought it. These next 2 books I bought more or less at the same time, or actually one after the other. And I originally saw a video on Dark Between Pages channel. Please check her out. She is fantastic, horror based channel. Although she does read other stuff, but her channel is mostly horror based. But she was doing a really good video on a novella horror book called Don't Smell the Flowers, They Will Steal Your Bones by Duncan Bradshaw. And I really enjoyed the video. The book seemed weird as hell and very different. So I bought it on my Kindle. And in that video she was talking about another book by Duncan, which was called Cannibal Nuns from Outer Space. And yeah, I bought that one as well because horror fan, and how could I not buy this book with that title? I mean, when someone's asking me, oh, what are you reading? Oh, I'm reading Cannibal Nuns from Outer Space. They'd be like, that's insane, it really is. So I bought both these books. I've never read anything by Duncan before. But yeah, I'm excited to get into these books. Next I got is a book by a booktuber, and that was by Spooky Noodles. I came across Spooky Noodles' channel. I'm not sure how. I know that a fellow booktuber mentions him in one of his videos or their videos. I believe it might have been Steve Reed's books and stuff, but I'm not sure. I became aware that Spooky Noodles, which is a horror booktube channel, more on the extreme horror side, wrote a book which is called Fields of Fiends by Nicholas Gray, which I presume is his real name, or maybe a pen name, I'm not sure. I know that this one is a novella, although it's extremely short for a novella. It's about 30 pages long, so it's maybe a short story, but it's advertised as being a novella. Don't know much about this book, but it was cheap, and he knows that I have bought this one on my Kindle. He didn't ask me to, and he didn't ask me to do a video on it, which I will at some point, because it's small, so I can easily fit it in. Not sure what the story is all about, but I was intrigued. I was intrigued and interested more than anything else. So yeah, I'm excited to read it, give my fair review on it, as I always do, and see what I think of it. Next I got is Alice by Christina Henry. This one has been on my radar for a while now, but the reason why I bought this one in February is because B Reading, who I am a fan of her channel. She's very quirky and she's got a really cute dog. Me and her are doing a buddy read in April, as I asked her if she wanted to do one. And she went onto my Goodreads account, which I will link down below if anyone's interested. And she was looking for my TBR on my Goodreads account, and to see what book we could do a buddy read on, because I wasn't quite sure. I said, look, tell me what one you want to read, and I'm not really that bothered. So this is the one that she came back with. This is more of a retelling of Alice in Wonderland. I believe it's maybe horror, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I'm intrigued to read this one. As I said, I will be reading and reviewing this one in April, so I'm looking forward to that one. Next I got is Heaven's River by Dennis E. Taylor. This is a novel in his Bobbyverse series. I'm not sure whether it's a continuation after the third book, which I believe is called All These Worlds. I'm not sure if it's a direct sequel from that one, or whether it's a standalone book based in the Bobbyverse series. The reason why I got this one is because of course, me and Rose are doing a buddy read on the entirety of the Bobbyverse books, and I've actually said, look, well, why don't we read this one at some point during our buddy reads of the series, and she agreed. So not sure when I'll get to this one. It will be definitely sometime this year, hopefully, fingers crossed. But yeah, I'm intrigued. It is twice as long as his other books in that series, so it tells me that he can be able to maybe go into detail in his characters and in his expanding of the world in the book. I'm not sure, but I'm intrigued to read this one whenever I get a chance to pick it up. And the last book that I bought in February of 2021 is Kingdom of the Wicked. I cannot say the author's name, unfortunately, but the picture of the novel will be here. This is a novel about witches and witchcraft. I think that this one was, of course, on the Daily Deal. And I read the synopsis, and the cover looks really awesome, and the synopsis sounded interesting, and it's a horror book about witches, and I want to read more books about witches and witchcraft. So I thought I would pick it up and give it a try. And yeah, I will get around to this one eventually. Maybe not horror. Maybe around the October Halloween time. Yeah, I've got it in my Kindle, so whenever I want to read it, I've got it on my Kindle. So yeah. So that's it, guys. That is all the books I bought on my Kindle for the month of February of 2021. Apologies if my voice has sounded a bit weird in this video, or if I've been coughing a bit. The weather over here in the UK has been rubbish, and not the best. Sorry, not the best weather, and it's resulting in my throat here being a bit dry and you know, coffee. You know, I'm not sure how else to describe it, but I have been trying to keep it under control or to a minimum in these videos. I had to re-edit some of these clips or reshoot some of these clips as because of the cough. It was a pain in the ass, but what can you do? I will also put a list down to all the booktubers I've mentioned in this video, as well as Rose's channel as well. So please go over there and check her out. And I hope that you feel better soon, Rose. I really do. And don't worry about our buddy read. We can always do it whenever you feel better. So don't worry too much about it. If you've enjoyed the video as a whole, please give it a like, comment down below, subscribe if you want to. If you do subscribe, please click on the bell so it reminds you about whenever I upload videos, which are every Monday. Which are every Monday and Friday. I will put a link down below to my Goodreads account, as I said, and it will take you right to my Goodreads account. And yeah, you can like see what I am reading right now, and message me if you want to. And yeah, with all that said, have a great day, read some awesome books, and I will see you all in my next video.